Alright guys, so before we start this video, I would just like to quickly talk about this part of the video. So as you can see, this is my latest video before I upload this one, and as you can see, the like to dislike ratio is pretty amazing stuff here. As you can see, there's currently 81 likes and 63 dislikes. So as you can see from the current video right now, you can see that from pretty much 3 minutes 20 seconds all the way to 9 minutes 57 seconds, there's, you know, a pretty huge troll. Now, I'm not really here to, you know, well, I mean, I'm just actually here to explain myself real quick. Now, I know that the troll was gonna get some bad feedback, you know, I pretty much expected this, you know, so I'm pretty proud of this, but at the same time, you know, I just want to make sure that I clear things up just in case. So first of all, as you can see here, if you pause it real quick, oh my bad, as you can see, that was a nice reaction there. But as you can see, if we go to that part right there, we have 4k orbs. So, you know, just to focus on the question mark and exclamation mark, it means that it's, you know, it's questioned, you know, is it actually 4k orbs for summons? Now, I also did add a trigger warning to the video, because the trigger warning is the fact that I got Aizen on, you know, I got Aizen early. And the rest of the video, you know, I thought it was a pretty funny idea because of the fact that when he starts his special, he does like this sort of incantation spam, and you don't really know what he's saying during the whole thing until he says the part at the end. So I thought that it was a good idea to overlap that audio multiple times and like reuse this word footage like this, and then move on to the part where Aizen does the part where they zoom in on Aizen, and just before he's going to spin around, I paused it at the best moment and then just put in a triggered part like just over that image and then shook it around. Now I thought that would be pretty funny. Now of course you guys might be thinking that I did it for the views, but at the same time I didn't. I actually did this for the troll, and if you see there, I intentionally didn't make it 10 minutes so that I don't get any monetary gain. I did it for the sake of trolling. So of course, if you guys didn't like that, you know, what can you do? Just oof it off, you know? Oof. But in any case, hope you guys understand this. Let's get right into the video. Yo, what's up guys? It's your boy Nitrostorm here, and we're back with another video. So I'm gonna be, you know, doing something slightly different when it comes to reviewing these characters, because, you know, like my opinion or not, I believe that these characters are slightly more on the overrated side, instead of them, like, rather than them being, you know, actually deserving of the hype. Now, before you guys, you know, dislike this video, I would just like to make my point, but I would have to show it to you guys by a gameplay. So first, let's take a look at the build that I've given for Aizen. Of course, I'm going to do a different build in a bit, but for now, we're going to show him off with this build. So I know that the folk incantation Kurohitsugi, you know, has a chance to instantly kill. His soul trait is recharge, which is really good, which helps accommodate to his infinite boost. Now his spiritual pressure is the highest in the game so far with 753, but I would like to, you know, utilize his boost because it only increases attack, defense and focus. So I decided to make a 90 attack build with you know, while keeping SP and focus and giving him 50% recharge. So in this case we have 14% from Soifon, 14% from Neliel, and 10% from Renji. So I've given him Renji just so we get a better boost to his normal attacks, because he gets 40% bruiser initially, and then we've given him 18% more from the Frenzy Renji, giving him 58% total increased normal attack damage, 50% cooldown, as you can see there. So without further ado, let's get right into the raid. Alright guys, we are now in the Isane raid, which is perfect for him because they have enemy Soul Reapers. So as you can see, when you move him around, you know, it's pretty cool. You know, he spreads out his wings when he walks, and then they retract down a little bit when he just stays idle. But his normal attack, you can see there, you know, it's a pretty quick attack string. Now if you compare it to Fullbring Ichigo, it's definitely faster. Aizen's one's definitely faster. So he does a stab forward for the first one, second one is a diagonal slash, and then the next one is, you know, slightly diagonal slash, and then a sideways slash for the last hit. So from start to finish is really quick. His first three is quick, as you can see there, you know, very nice when you want to keep the enemies from being knocked down. So his first strong attack, it's a really quick, it's a pretty quick start time, you know, pretty quick activation time for his first strong attack there. He dashes forward and it hits 2 times, 4 times with Frenzy. So his second strong attack is a boost that hits, I think it's 3 times. So it hits twice, and then there's a small delay until the last hit, which, you know, I really don't like. I'll explain to you guys in a bit why. And then we have the third strong attack. So as you saw there, the animation took quite a bit of time. So that was like, this is like a nitpick of mine, because for the third strong attack it does 3 hits, right? 3 quick hits, and then there's a big delay before the last hit. So if I show you here, if you saw that was a very good example. It does 3 hits, 1, 2, 3, boom. And for the third strong attack, as you can see there was 2 hits and then a delay and then a hit. But you can see the normal attacks are pretty good. Let me just show you here. So, you know, it's about 4k, 5k a hit. The first strong attack does, you know, 5k. This is with boost, by the way. About 5 to 6k with boost. Okay, now let's check with the damage without the boost. So the first strong attack does about, you know, less than 5k because of that. Actually, well, it does, you know, just about. And then the normal attack, you know, of course they go down by a bit. It's about, you know, about 3k non-crit. Now if you turn on the boost again, the crits are about nearly 6k's and stuff. And then the damage actually goes up to 6k on the third strong attack. The third strong attack, as you can see there, with the delay. So now why I said he was slightly overhyped is because, now in terms of PvE, I'd say he's deserving of being really good. In terms of PvP, I'd say that's more of a overstatement of him being good there. Because first of all, his third strong attack isn't really that quick. He does have a boost, but I'm not sure if he can really handle himself there. He does have a good attack speed, but his second strong attack causes him to go nearer to the enemy, and then the first strong attack would do the same. He would have to go near the enemy. And then for the third strong attack, you know, when it comes to trying to be fast, right, you would have to like wait. Because let me show you a good example, right? Look at this. 1, 2, 3. I dodge out. As you can see, the damage did not take place. If I dodge out early, the last hit will not take place, which means I lose out on DPS. But if I stay and, you know, let the damage take place, I would be wasting time again, because I would have to wait until the strong attack finishes. So, you know, that's one thing there. So he's not really made to be quick, but he is a pretty fun character to play. That's just my one gripe with it. And his, you know, his special is really nice. It has a chance to kill. You know, that first part, you know, I made, you know, a pretty nice troll on that. I might add you know, an explanation at the beginning of the vid just to explain why I did that. But in any case, you know, that was a pretty nice result that I see there, because half of you pretty much disliked it and then the other half liked it. You know, it's pretty nice quote unquote experiment. But there you go, that's the first run for Aizen. So as you saw there, it was a really, it made the build pretty good, you know. It was only 90% attack increase, yet his damage output was still pretty decent. So one sec guys, let me change his build. Alright guys, as you can see here, we've replaced one of the 30 attack accessories with a Popples. So as you can see now, instead of having 90 attack, he has 110 attack. So apologies for my builds, they're not really as good compared to my other colors. But in any case, let's get right into the game. So the gameplay is more so to show you like damage output for him. As you can see, the normal attacks are not going to crit, so they're at a more constant pace. But you know, if you do hit a good amount, you know, 5k there. The first strong attack is about 3k. There. So in terms of damage, the damage potential of the 90% attack is higher, but as you know, as everyone knows already, the Popples, you know, using focus would, you know, help out, right? But the boost that he gets will increase his focus by 33%. This is what I'm trying to show you guys, that you know, it might not be worth, you know, sacrificing the focus for 20% more attack. At least when it comes to Aizen. Of course, when it comes to other characters, you know, they don't have a boost themselves, which means that it's not really necessary for them to keep focus. But for Aizen, for him to fully utilize his build, you know, the new upcoming item, I believe it was the hollow bait. I think that's the one that increased attack and focus. Like, you lose health, but you know, health is pretty much irrelevant when it comes to PvE unless you're not really used to dodging. I mean, I'm not here to say that I'm a pro, because I do get hit still. As you saw in one of my streams, you guys were there before. But I'd say that's a pretty good item in my opinion, that bait and the other one. So I'm guessing the new build will be bait, and the other one with the SP instead of attack, increasing focus. Perfect for Aizen. So you know, just gonna end off the here. Hopefully see 1 hits. Okay, no 1 hit. There we go, 1 hit, 38k, not bad. Oh, also just a tip for you guys: if you wanna show off your like max damage, go find a boss that has really high health. For example, Inheritance or the current droplet solo run. If you do that on the highest difficulty and then you bring Aizen Chappied, so his special doesn't do damage, and then make that 1 hit, and then if he manages to 1 hit, then that damage that you see will become your new max damage. You know, it's just for numbers, not really anything too important. Alright guys, so I think you guys have a good idea on what I think about Aizen, but I will make an overall summary at the end. But for now, we're going to show him, you know, one more build, just in case you guys are curious. So as you can tell by now, my green accessories aren't that great. We've given him 120 attack build with Chappie, showing shield, and Captain's Robe, all 30 attack. We've given him Nad links, plus the Frenzy Renji, because, you know, we need him, because he gives a good amount of Nad, as well as giving 10% recharge time to accommodate with the initial 12%. So as you can see, he has, you know, pretty decent stats. But in any case, let's show his gameplay right now. Alright guys, let's go in. So you know, as you see, first strong attack still does pretty good damage. Now his normal attack, you know, really nice there. Oh my, although, you know, I'm not here to say that his damage is good, because he isn't meant to be a normal attack character, but his damage is pretty decent. He does lose out on damage when it comes to strong attacks, but they still do, you know, adequate damage because of the fact that he gets a boost. Now the boost isn't going to last forever, as you can see there, but if you guys wanted to try and use recharge time with a Chappie build, that is highly not recommended in my opinion, because you lose out on both. You lose out on both terms of DPS, because you're not really staying true to your NAD, and you are not really, you know, increasing the amount of NAD damage he's doing. Plus, the recharge is really going to be useful since you have no spiritual pressure. But as you can see here, he's doing some decent normal attack damage, of course, with decent amount of NAD speed. The crits are, you know, taking place pretty often, of course, as you would expect from a boost. And I know that the increase is only 33%, but that much of an increase is pretty high when you consider the fact that you don't really focus on increasing focus in the first place. And you also have to note that link slots do not increase the focus of a character, like they do not transfer the focus of the previous character to the main character. And I believe that Caleb did that because focus is a pretty good, it's still a pretty good stat. It's more on the more underwhelming section, but having a crit chance does increase your damage output depending on how much crit you have. But of course you would end up having to sacrifice your attack for it, which may not be worth it. Alright, let's just okay, he did on one hit her. So this may not be good because okay, there we go. Now let's just use our nav. There you go. So there you have it, guys. That's the Chappy build for Aizen, which I do not really recommend, but I was just showing it to you guys in case you guys were curious. My opinion on that, don't do it. That's just my final verdict. Don't do the Nat build. So there you have it, guys. This was your boy Aizen. Now, in terms of the summary, I believe that you should keep your focus while focusing on increasing your attack. So I would, you know, heavily invest on trying to get the bait and the other item that gives SP, and try and get 30 attack on the tension tie, 30 attack on the bait, and 30 attack on the other item. So that should give you, well, I don't know how much they give, the one that gives focus and attack and the one that gives focus and spiritual pressure, but they would really help a lot of characters when it comes to PvE. I wouldn't really say it's important, I wouldn't really say it's useful for PvP, considering the fact that you lose health. But in any case, guys, Aizen is a pretty good character, but I would say he is slightly more on the overhyped side because his second strong attack and third strong attack have delays before the last hit, which does reduce his potential DPS. It's been your boy Nitrostorm. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one when I do White Zangetsu. Peace.